Hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again. My name is Maria and today I'm going to show you how to decorate this beautiful mantle behind me. Now I created this now for the spring and Easter, but you can do the same thing for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, or any time of the year that you wanted to add floral arrangements that are faux on this mantle. Yes, these are faux flowers. Now, if I tell you I used nothing on here, meaning that I've used no glue, no styrofoam, no wire, nothing to hold these up, you're probably going to say to me, you are lying. Keep watching and you'll see exactly what I did. In probably 15 minutes, I created this whole entire mantle and it came out beautiful. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. I purchased these flowers from Michael's and Hobby Lobby. I tried to find the flowers that look really natural, and I don't like stuff that looks too plasticky. But let me show you the flowers that I chose for this arrangement. You can choose any flowers you want. I made sure that because I wanted this to be very like Victorian, sort of a Laura Ashley look, especially now for spring, I picked flowers that are in now for springtime and summer. So here's some pink ranunculus flowers. Look how beautiful these are. And then I purchased these cabbage roses. Look how beautiful these are as well. I like these because they're really pretty. And the violet is so pretty now for the spring. Look at that. These are really, really pretty. And make sure when you buy these that you buy them where they can actually bend, because we're going to be bending a lot of these flowers to do this arrangement. Hydrangeas, of course, any color you like. I just like this color because we have a lot of lavender going on in here. And then I have these also. I don't know, I guess they're like bigger ranunculus flowers. Look at that. See how they bend? So you want to make sure, and the more the flowers that they have in the stem, the better it is for you because then it fills up the mantle. So try to buy the flowers that have more than one stem. So this has 3. Same thing with these. These are my like lily of the valley. Look how pretty that is. It's like the lavender color. And then of course your fillers, which is this one, which I chose. They look at, I think these are lily of the valleys. And then you have the ivy and like the hanging part. Okay. So these are the flowers we'll be using in this arrangement. And I also have one more flower, which I've had some stuff from probably like a couple of years ago. And I used them like, again, I use my flowers for a lot of things. And I cut the stem off and I just stuck them in here in this arrangement. Another thing I want to tell you before you start buying these, number one, make sure you coordinate all the colors you want to place in this display. I have the pink, the lavenders, the greens, and then the creams, which are really, really pretty. They're like the Victorian look. And then also make sure that they're bendable. And another thing you want to make sure is that you don't cut these. The reason why I don't cut these is because you may be using these for another arrangement sometime, maybe next year or this year, whatever. But you want to make sure you don't cut them, because if you cut them, you can't reuse them again. So make sure you don't cut them at all. So, and then another thing I don't do is take off the tags, because when I place them on here, I may just take some things off, or I may just leave them on, or I just may return stuff because probably it's too full. So I just want to make sure that you understand that as well. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just giving you my advice. Anyway, let's get started with this beautiful mantle display. Here are the flowers I've been using for this arrangement or this mantle. These are such beautiful flowers. And I just think that they are just enough for what I'm going to be doing, especially since my mantle is so big. The first flower we're going to be placing on here is going to be the ivy. And again, like I said to you, you're not going to be using any glue, no wire, no styrofoam, nothing. When you start adding these up, they're going to be very heavy, so it's going to hold everything down. So I guess that's why I said to you, don't cut them, because you're going to just use them and bend them a little bit so they stay. So we're going to start with the corner and bring them all the way to the back. You see how they hold? And the reason why I'm bending them is so it holds back, okay? There you go. And then we're going to use this one. And we just continue placing them, push them to the back. This is why I bought them so long, so I can push them back. And again, bend them so they kind of grab on. And we're gonna just continue adding them all the way to the end of the mantle. And you'll start looking at them and start seeing where you need them a little longer, shorter. Some of them are gonna fall, it's okay. Just place them back up. This is not gonna stay because I don't know, it's too, I don't know, probably someone took some of them off. It was kind of skinny. I bought enough of these. I mean, I bought everything they had at Michael's. I got these at Michael's, I think. Yeah, Michael's. And I got, sometimes, here we go. I bought whatever they had because Michael's kind of poor and they didn't have a lot going on. So I'm pushing this all the way back, doing these. Then we add, see this is like a little darker. So the darker one, I'm gonna put in the middle. Where's the middle? Right here. I don't know why this is darker, but see, since I'm adding things on here, it kind of is like holding down the ones on the bottom. Push it all the way back. So this is gonna be your filler. And we have 2 more. One here. There you go. One of the things I do like to do is I push back to look how everything looks to make sure everything's uniformed. So if you have some of these that are longer than the others, just move them around. This is the time to move things around so later on you don't have to do it. But I think it looks perfectly fine. Okay, push these over a little bit more. I think it's kind of heavy over here. Okay, perfect. Okay, the next thing you're gonna be doing is adding these flowers because you wanna have some height. So like I said, try to find flowers that have more than one stem so like that you can angle them any way you want. And I bend these in and I stick them here on the corner like that. I already kind of bend these already, but you can just bend them here. Sometimes they're gonna fall, but don't worry about that. Hold them up. There we go. You see? So now we're gonna use this one. So I bought 4 of these. You can use as many as you want. What I do is I put one in the front, one in the back, one in the front, and one in the back. Because you wanna make sure it gets a little messy and stick them in here somehow. There you go. Because you want things to look very like, you know, not so perfect. There you go. Okay, that one will go like that. And I love these, but there were only 4, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Again, you probably can find more than these, and you can do them like that. Again, depending on the mantle size. You see how they're sticking up? And then I'm putting one on the corner. And later on, you'll play with it, okay? So there we go. The next flower you're gonna be placing is the other purple flower, which are these flowers. I love these flowers, they're so pretty. Again, buy things that have in 3s because it fills this up more. Again, put more in the front, one in the back. And I think these I had enough, so you just keep angling them anywhere you want. Like this, I try to push it with this one to make it look like it came with the flower. I don't know. You kind of play with it. I think I have, of these, I have like 5 of them, I think. That one there. I have 6 of these flowers. No, 5 of these flowers. Let's see. No, 6, I don't even know how many. I put this in the front. And kind of like, you know, you want to make sure that you can see from every side. But you see how I'm standing them up? All you gotta do is just bend these over. And voila. And we'll put one here in the corner. There you go. And I'm opening them up. Okay, there you go. Now we're gonna add the hydrangeas. And the hydrangeas, I have maybe like 4 or 5 of these. I couldn't find a lot. Again, we're gonna place one in the front and one in the back. So let's place one right here. See how it's holding it down? There you go. Another hydrangea, we'll place one here in the middle, more towards the back. And then we'll put this one over here. And we'll place another one over here. I think that's all I have of hydrangeas because I couldn't find a lot of them. There you go. Okay. The next flower we're gonna add, oh look, I have one more purple one. So let me add the purple one back here. We're gonna try to hold it up, stand it up as much as we can. Now I have a TV here, so I can't make this very high. I can make it high if I wanted to, but because I have a TV, I'm not gonna be able to see my TV. This is my only TV that I have in my house. Online, I have one in my bedroom, but I don't watch TV in my bedroom. I just refuse. But see how it stands up? Like, good idea, right? Okay, so we're gonna add now the huge cabbage roses. Well, yeah, we're gonna add cabbage roses next. I mean, you could do this whatever, however you like. And I try to make sure that wherever I put purple, I'll put a cream. Maybe add the cream back here. Because there's no cream. You want to make this look like a hedge, like a bush. I don't know. So we're gonna add one over here. You can see there's no cream back here. There. These are bendable. Then here's another one. I like to hang them like hanging down as well. I think they look so pretty. I have two more of these. We're gonna add maybe right here. Standing up. And then these, again, we're bending these guys, bending them. We're gonna add one over here at the end. So your ivy's holding down because of the weight of the rest of the flowers. Now we're gonna add some ranunculus flowers, and we're gonna add them. See how this is cream and there's violet? We're gonna add some pink in here. So just kind of stick them in there. Again, open them up. Here's another ranunculus right here, look really pretty. You can line them down and then just kind of stick them up. You see what I'm doing? Stick them up like that. Here's some more right here. Stick them in here. At this point, that's gonna kind of fall down because all the other flowers are weighing everything else down. And don't worry about the spaces because you're gonna try to say, oh, you know what? I can see all of the stems. Wait, you'll see, you won't see anything. This one back here. And maybe more. And then one more of these, like right here. You guys can see what I'm doing. There you go. Okay, now we have one more flower, I think one more flower left, yes. We have these, again, look how many there are. There's 3 of them on here. And we're gonna add them, I don't know where to add them, there's so much going on here. Back here, it's pretty. I like them standing up because it looks like it's growing from like the garden. So that's why I love this idea of just not cutting the stem and just bending these. It looks like, see that? Look how pretty that looks. It looks like it's growing out of a garden. Like you have like some dirt or anything in here. See, like this is, looks over here. It needs it. We have a beautiful garden rose hedge. We're gonna push them and open them. Okay? And then we have one more of these. I don't know where to place them. Maybe, I don't know where. Maybe over here? Place them over here. This looks pretty. Okay, once everything is done, you can move them around, look at them from far, and then you'll see where to where to put everything. Okay. I do have like 2 little roses that I found. I wish I would have bought more of these because I like that rose look. But again, you don't have to. I just bought them because there only has 1 left. So I'm going to have like a rose hanging from there. And then maybe another rose. I don't know where to put. See how I'm saying there's a lot of flowers going on in here. But I love this kind of look. Okay, now we have 1 more of this rose. This is such a beautiful rose and I couldn't find any more. But whatever. We're sticking, kind of like look where you're supposed to put them. I don't know where to place them. Anyway, here you go. We'll put it over here. This is the middle. Or maybe not. I like it maybe over here. Rose. Okay. Now, you're gonna say to me, okay, so how come you can see the stuff in the back? Here's your filler. So we're gonna stick the fillers back here. And we're gonna bring these flowers out in the front. So these fillers, any fillers you want, are gonna place them in the back so you don't see any of the stems back there. So it looks like a bush. And open them up. Place them here, especially in the end, so you don't see any of the stems back here. There you go. And we'll place them over here on the other corner, back here. More over here. So they're gonna go in the back. And then we have this one right here. Again, I am not removing any of the tags in here. You could take them off after, or if you can't, well, you just can't. At the end of the day, you can't see it. You can't see them anyway. And then I have these flowers. Oh, look, I have 1 more left of these. So maybe place them here. Oh, pretty. It's like a little garden rose hedge. There you go. So then I have these that I had for a long time. I'll just stick them somewhere where you can see there's probably some spaces. Or maybe I need to pick up a flower a little bit. So these will actually push the flower up. And it won't show some of the stems. And I'll also, what I'll do is that I got these at Amazon. So a while back ago, I think they still have them. Oh, look, I have 1 more rose left. Look at that. This looks really pretty. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Not there. Maybe over here. Maybe back there. See, sometimes I'm not going to use it at all. Then I have 1 more of this rose. I don't know where to place it. Maybe back here somewhere. It's growing somewhere. And then I have this over here to place. Okay, and then we have 1 more little rose. I don't know where to place this. It looks so pretty. Now, we're done. Now, I want you to go far away and look at it and then see, is there something I have to move around? Maybe it's too much, maybe it's too high. You want to make sure you have highs and lows. So this one, I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher because I saw that the other one is high back there. So you want to make sure that goes there. Oops, there's a flower that just fell. So look how pretty this looks. So elegant, so beautiful. Who would say that this took you only, what, 10 minutes? So this is how you create a beautiful faux mantle with these flowers that are not artificial at all. With no gun, no glue gun, no styrofoam, and no wire. To add a special touch to my mantle, I made this cute little bow made out of fabric. Look at that, guys, over my mantle. The bows are so in this year. But look how beautiful this is. I will give you a tutorial on how I made this as well on my next video. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making this video for you. And like I said, it's so easy. No glue, no wire, and no styrofoam. Just your hands and your imagination. Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Comment as well so I know you love this video and what else you want me to show you in my YouTube channel. Again, thank you so much, and until next time.